Back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue. We fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter. There were times when there was joy. But they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. All the lion tried to hide away from the scars we made. This is your chance to understand we did not design this plan that was built for you. There's nothing you can do. This is my warning, this is your sign that you can't go running high. We will fight for you. You know it to be true. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. All the lions tried to hide away from the scars we made. From the scars we Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. All the lions tried to hide away from the scars we made. Welcome to Back when nothing truly mattered and we hadn't had a clue. We fell in to play the game. Nothing would ever be the same. There were times when there was laughter. There were times when there was joy. But they took it all away for the pleasure in our pain. Welcome to our new world. Shine a light on everything. Please don't be scared for what we made. Welcome to our new world. All the lions tried
And welcome back, everyone, to Nerd TV for another RSR Next Generation Cup Series race live from the simulated Texas Motor Speedway, where these guys are going to go 135 laps around this 1.5 mile track, old school style, Legacy Edition. On the track right now, 82 degrees in the skies, 38% humidity, very low for a Texas day, but look at that track tip. 116 degrees and that finer print there right below the track graphic. Cloudy, which you can see that off the sunset there in turn 2. And then 13 mile an hour winds. That's kind of high for an average this season in 2024. And we're going to have a fun one here tonight. A lot of good times. Everyone's all within 0.3, 0.4 of a second over the span of almost 30 cars. So you guys in for a great show for the 213 Simware 200. My name is Jeremy Stanley, aka Jay Swifty. No cameras tonight because I got a special guest commentator here this evening, giving Dustin a little break on the vocals. Matt Keach. What's going on, man?
How's it going, guys? We got ourselves a potential good race tonight. I mean, Legacy Texas, we were talking off air there this is a very old surface, going to be very hard on tires, and I think it's going to be a good show tonight.
I think so. I was talking to the Nerd TV camp from Nerd Esports, and quotes, this track is like wiping my ass with sandpaper, end quote. Not paraphrased. So if that tells you what the track surface feels like here at Legacy with the next generation cars, or as Dustin corrects me every time, the Gen 7, that's what it feels like, I guess, at least with a looser setup here tonight. We got about 10 seconds left in practice. We have one newcomer, and this guy is P1 on the board. And you see him on your screen right now. Dalton Wicker with a 30.138, 1/100th faster than Ryan Bean, the guy who, of course, dominates every single season here. He's got him by a 10th, so maybe some competition there for the 28 as practice does end. And we're going to go aerial coverage here, and we're going to try to get along the 17 of Dalton when we do get on track for qualifying. And Matt, I don't know if you've turned into laps here at the Legacy Edition here, but turn 2, very tricky, of course. It flattens out real soon. And, if you have a loose car, you got to be on edge every single corner.
Yeah, especially with how hot that the track temp is. 116 degrees is what you said. So these guys are going to be really slipping and sliding, especially as the tires start to wear.
And here we are on the 17's rear camera. Dalton's going to try to take his 2 laps around here. And you see how bumpy the apron is. We're going to go with some car telemetry here. I heard my producer say, oops, in my ear. I know what he's talking about. We're going to leave it like that, though. It's already there. So we'll just kind of ride along here. And here we go. We're going to see if he goes for it for lap 1 or if he goes for a throwaway lap to get the air pressures built into the tires. Very common to do here at Texas there, Matt.
Yeah, he's going straight to the bottom, so he's going right after it. Now, the good thing about the Legacy Texas is that it's multi-lane races. You can run the bottom, you can run the middle, and if you're really feeling extra spicy, you can run the top too.
The top and 3 and 4 especially, 1 and 2, I cannot figure that out. I'm not a good highline driver. I love doing it, but I suck at it at the same time. 3 and 4, though, yeah, you can have that second and potential third line open up for you. It gets too flat on corner exit turn 2, I feel like, for these next gen or Gen 7 cars to kind of take advantage of it. But look at this, real good exit, right up against the wall. Not much space to spare, maybe 3 sheets of paper's worth. Gets right, oh no, actually he can't get to the bottom turn 3. This might slow down the 17's lap here. Comes off of turn number 4. Decent exit, a little shallow. Gets to the line, and he's going to run a 278, 1/10 slower from his practice time. But it's going to put him P3 as the 10. Nerd Esports driver Adam Boughton so far with a .249, going to be P1 to the first 17 lap times posted.
Yeah, they're all pretty tight up in the front here, lap time wise. So it's definitely going to be a good show. I think these guys are going to have they're going to have quite a bit of a good lord, heck of a battle. There we go. Finally got it out.
And,
So
you know, it's all good. You don't do this much with us, so this
No,
only
yeah,
your
it's,
time in the booth. It's okay, man.
yes, sometimes you stumble upon. DW made it famous, stumbling upon himself, and we all loved him. So
That's right. That's right. That's right. So, looking at the boards right now, 26 lap times posted. You see Boughton still in the top, Strength and All, Strogeny, Wicker, Hodge. That's your top 5. And I got Dustin in my ear saying, look at 8th through 11th. You can kind of see it there on the board. Those lap times, super close. You have a .351 from Timothy. 1/1000th of a second behind him is Gage Wenzel. And another 5/1000ths of a second, you have Nolan Potter. And another 2/1000ths of a second, you have Jeff Chandler. So 4 cars within a span of 8/1000ths of a second. If that doesn't tell you what the competition is going to look like, I don't know what does.
yeah, I mean the top 10, top 11, 12 actually now is all within exactly of a tenth of each other. So yeah, this is going to be a very tight field today.
Yeah, 27 times posted, less than 1 minute left in this qualifying session. You got just a couple cars, if not only one on track. Christopher James here in the 21 is the only active one posting speed. Really wide entrance into turn 3 does bring it down to the bottom at turn 4. This is going to complete his first lap. He runs a 31.204. Not going to do anything there. It looks like he's going to go high in turn 1. And this is going to be a throwaway lap for Christopher James. So not the strongest in practice, too. He had a 31.7, a lot slower than everybody else. So it almost feels like Christopher James just does not bring a setup here tonight that's going to be competition worthy. Or he's just trying to get the feel for it. But 116 degrees on the track. Loose cars, abrasive surface. And so it's not easy to get it done here at Texas on the Legacy Edition.
Yeah, even the best of setups will sometimes struggle with the heat aspect of the track. So we'll see which guy has the better setup, and we'll see how it plays out throughout the race.
Yeah, 100% there. And Dustin, of course, is going to go on the grid, boots on the ground, going to walk down the field like we try to do every single time. And he's got no vocals tonight, so that means we expect some extra camera angles that are not usually present. No pressure, Dustin. Matt's going to request at least 10 of them tonight.
Yes.
But there
Yes.
we go.
Gotta
Well,
have all the camera angles.
Absolutely. Every single one in effect here tonight. 213, Simware 200. We are gridding up now, so here's your starting lineup. Adam Boughton in the number 10, P1, Nathan Campbell in second, Zach Strengthenall and Travis Strogeny will be third and fourth. Row 3, you'll find Dalton Wicker in fifth and Ryan Bean in sixth. Row 4, you're going to find Brandon Gagnon and Alexander Hodge in seventh and eighth. Row number 5, you're going to find Harold Watkins, Dwayne Furtick. That's your top 10. 11th place will be Timothy Watson. 12th, Gage Wenzel. 13th, Nolan Potter. 14th, Jeff Chandler. 15th will be Bob Fitzpatrick. 16th place, Kevin Ruff. 17th, Justin Hendry. 18th will be Richie Coy. 19th, Gino Mero. 20th place, Tony Ludi. 21st, Kane Lee. 22nd place, Cole Brown, Michael Carter. And 23rd, Brock Potter. 24th, Shane White. In 25th, Brian Fine, not a fine lap. In 26th, 27th, Jerry Culver. Last person to post time was the 21, Christopher James, 28th. And then one car listed on the grid will not be racing, so Sky McGurk will be just in the sky tonight. Robert Fitzpatrick Sr., and that's it. That's your lineup here tonight. So you see Michael Sheffield posted, but he is race control, so he'll be posted last on the board as well. As Dustin's going to walk back up the field on the inside lane here. He's got some. Okay, I thought he was walking, but apparently it was a drone pretending to walk. As we're now 3 stories above the track, and taking a good little view here of this old edition of Texas.
Yeah, the old school version of Texas is what I really miss from this racetrack. Honestly, the racing was pretty darn good because you can run multiple lanes, the bottom, top, middle. If you're really feeling like it. So it's good to see that the old school racetrack is back out in use tonight.
Yep, it's a great choice. I would choose this one all day. I know it's easier to drive the new one, but 3 and 4 is completely boring. It's flat foot. It's no fun. Turn 1 and 2, it still flattens out at the new version, like it does on this one. But again, new surface, got more grip, not as much fun. And here we go. We're gonna see Adam Boughton, who's really picked up his qualifying game. Apparently, Dustin over at Nerd Esports has put all the qualifying effort into the Cup Series edition and not the trucks and Xfinity that we used to are currently racing here on Mondays and Saturdays. So we'll talk to them about that after tonight's race. But here we go. Green flag is out. The 213 Simware 200 is out. The 45. Nathan Campbell either got a really good jump or Adam forgot to start. Either way,
it was almost like the 10 just didn't go. Maybe wrong gear, or he just didn't want to go.
It almost looked like it, right? Remember, you get 5 gears in the Gen. Oh, car in the wall already in the back, mid-pack. It almost looks like, no, maybe Richie Coy, possibly. Yep, he's slow here into turn 3. We're 3 and 4 wide already. Ooh, getting real close there. Cabin Ruff almost makes contact to Jeff Chandler in the 31 off of turn number 4. Looks like it's a little cleaner on this corner exit. But I think that might have been Richie Coy in turn 2 exit wall.
Yeah, it could have been. He could have just gotten up and almost hit the wall, and because sometimes it'll look like he hits it, but he doesn't. See a lot of smoke there, but part in the inside wall.
He saves it, virtue of the wall helping him out. At the same time, Jeff Chandler, the 31, bounces off the turn 3 wall. His car is really slow. Actually, I think that might have been Tony Ludi. They got very similar schemes. I couldn't tell who was who there. But, yeah, wild, chaotic couple laps here to start. Look at the 25 Furtick. He slides up the track, going to check up the outside lane to 3 cars. Oh, gets loose.
And we got action.
Oh, no.
Cars in the wall.
Where's the caution? Where's the caution?
They're
we don't
green.
have one. Cabin Ruff involved. Brock Potter almost comes up and re-swipes Cabin. There it is.
And there it is. There's the caution.
Race admin throws it out here on lap 4 for the Boomer Button Box first caution of the night. And Matt, take us through this first wreck.
Well, as you see, we're running side by side here. Guys are kind of jostling for position. It looks like, somebody got into the back of, let's see, I can't really see a number, but a couple guys, the 91, looks like the 99 got into the back of him, and then the 99 got turned, which turned to 4, and then collected a couple other cars involved. So definitely not the start that these guys had wanted, but sometimes it does happen that way.
That's the 91 of Kane Lee, who
here we go. Here's a better view.
Yeah, we're seeing Cabin Ruff.
So the 99, he just got a good run. I don't know if the 91 had to check up or the 99 just was, in the draft and had a good run. So he definitely got into the rear of him and turned to 4, and then he got turned by the 27, which then finished the 4 off. So definitely not the start that any of them cars had wanted.
And if it wasn't for Brock Potter being at the bottom of the track, Cabin Ruff would be done. Like, that car was heading 90 degrees, impacting the inside wall. Brock Potter was his safer barrier, really slowed down the speed of that car. And, Cabin should be thanking Brock for being down there. But 4 to 5 cars involved in that one. We had a couple isolated incidences in the back with Jeff Chandler, Richie Coy off of the opening lap. We saw, was it one of the cars right there in your screen? Michael Carter in the 8. He was in the infield wall headed to turn 3. So, Matt, Welcome to Legacy with Gen 7. This is probably the race we're going to see is hot, slick surface all night long.
Yeah, we're gonna. No, like I mentioned before, it's gonna be slick. Guys are gonna be fighting for grip the entire time. Turn two, they're gonna be okay, but I don't know the way that they've been going. I say turn two might be the hot spot instead of turn four, like we originally thought.
Yeah, we'll have to see. If it gets pretty racy off a turn 4, it might be one of those situations to where it's not about handling, it's about trying to pass 2, 3 wide. And things are starting to single file here. We're going to have a lap and a half before we go back to green flag, resuming on lap 8. Great time to shout out tonight's series sponsor every single Tuesday, BestOne Tire and Service. Every single Tuesday, you'll see their logo on your screen. And so, if you're looking for a one-stop automotive repair and tire shop, BestOne Tire and Service helps you get new tires, tire repairs, and auto service you need from the people you can trust. Check them out by visiting bestonetire.com. Click on the nearest location button, and then find out where they are to you. If they're within your area, definitely stop by and give them a shout out. Calvin Ruff, you see him on your screen right now, works there, loves them, and really just puts them out there. So, once again, that's bestonetire.com. Jump over to the YouTube chats real quick here while we got a chance. Chris Dixon saying, let's get it, 83. He's talking about Brandon Gagnon. And then Thomas Pope. He knows I'm talking about him. He calls him Bodine almost every single week. And here we are, Bodine Boy 83. So we have 2 shout-outs for Brandon Gagnon right now. If there's any other cheerleader other than for Brandon, please get them out there. We got 13 live viewers on the YouTube side alone. So feel free to chat in. We'll shout you out when we can.
A couple guys I want to keep a closer eye on throughout the race, and guys that I know that are very good, is that 28 car of Ryan Bean. I know he's very good, so kind of surprised that he's not at the very front so far. And the other guy I want to keep a closer eye on is Richie Coy, because I know he's another one that does pretty good at these races. He's currently in the back, 21st right now, but he was just on pit road, so we'll see if he start making up some ground here.
I think we have a minute to look at something, Dustin. Well, actually, you know what? Never mind. Well, kind of. The 34 Nolan Potter. We talked about it literally today. I asked you what paint scheme I wanted on Xfinity. And Nolan Potter's running it. Except for I want mine to go all the way up to the window side. There it is. That old Rusty Wallace throwback there.
There
it is. The blue swoosh. I love it. I'm going to do mine on the Xfinity.
Genuine draft paint there.
I run a paint shop. I love painting, so I'm going to comment on paint schemes, good or bad. I've had 3 times now where I've motivated a team to change their stuff after the race into next week. So I love doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. We're going to have a good time with it. Pace car going to go down. Matt, take us through this restart here. It's going to get chaotic.
Yep, absolutely. And here we go as we get ready. And green flag is back out. 45. Nathan Campbell, he got a good jump there, better than what the 10 did on the initial start. As we get into turn 1 here, everybody looks pretty racy, but pretty tame so far. We got 2 to 3 wide here in the middle. Your favorite paint scheme was trying to make it 3 wide there, but he wisely laid off. As everybody gets through the backstretch into turns NASCAR 3 and 4. Everybody getting through just nicely. Everybody makes it through the restart lap.
Yep, very good there. A lot of 2x2, of course, being the first lap, but a lot more conservative approach for a lot of these guys. Almost saw maybe an ounce of 3 wide, but that quickly sorted itself out. Oh, the 71 cuts it right in between Nolan Potter and Brandon Gagnon. That was super close on my end, but looking over Travis Strogeny in the 14, currently running P7 right now, as we're going to do some quick drone work here through these opening laps. Lap 10 completed. Nathan Campbell out to a 0.3 of a second lead over number 2 is Zach Strenthal. And then the camera's going to do a 180. We're going to fly back through the top 10 here. And Still,
I've noticed
2x2, man.
I've noticed that the our pole sitter, Adam Broughton, hopefully I got that right. If I didn't, my bad. The 10 car, he started on pole, had a good lap, and so far, even though it's only coming to lap number 12, but he has dropped 7 spots. So he might have a 1 lap pace, but maybe not a full race pace.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get a lot of green flag laps underneath our belt and see what that looks like for the driver, the number 10. Currently trying to struggle to keep himself into that top 10. See Doyle Lawrence back from work saying, let's go, Jeff Chandler. And Doyle, you just got to make sure Jeff keeps out of the turn 3 wall. He's already found it once tonight. You see him right there on your screen. Still, the car looks pretty clean, but he's back in 19th place, 5 positions back from his starting place in P14. It looks like he got some 3 wide right in front of him almost.
Yeah, they were going 3 wide, and then they kind of thought better. Richie Coy, the 19, man, he definitely laid into the wall a little bit there. Let's see if that hurt the car at all. Doesn't look like it. He's still looking at pace, so we'll see if he collected any damage there. There's 2 wide racing there.
Yeah, he got checked up a little bit by the 46 Cole Brown there trying to go through the trial. Well, that's twice now Richie Coy's found the outside turn 2. Whoa, right in front of him this time.
Yeah.
Cole Brown. This time he's going to scatter Richie to the inside.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to move forward when you're bouncing off the wall or the guy in front of you is bouncing off the wall. So let's see if these guys can't get it tamed down and keep it off the walls.
You reminder this is a fixed setup league. Richie Coy typically is the top 5 driver right now. He's struggling with it. And we're kind of cycling through the field here. You see Adam Bowden on your screen. Currently P10. You got the 71 of Gino Mero just right behind him there. Nolan Potter makes the pass underneath the 71. In turn 3, it's going to move him up to 11th place. Single file throughout almost the entire field now as we complete lap 15.
Yeah, and I'm still looking at that 10 car. He's kind of leveled out on losing spots. I'm just curious if, since it's a fixed set, I wonder if he's not all that comfortable with the car. It's kind of hard to, be comfortable with a set that you don't really like, that doesn't give you the options to go out and attack, go run, where you want to put the car and go be fast.
I don't see looseness. I'm just seeing really pushy cars in turn 2 and then turn 4. It depends on what lane you're driving.
I wonder if he's really tight right now. Maybe as the run will go on here, as we've got a good little run here going, but I wonder if this set will loosen as they go. Maybe get a couple. If we get a couple more cautions, I wonder if the tire cycle, the heat cycles in the tires will either help or hurt, or depending on the driver preference here.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many unknowns, at least to me, at this track. Next Gen 7, has never ran a race on the old configuration of Texas, so we don't know. And I don't think many people have done this, so this is kind of a newer scenario. We don't know what the tire wear is going to look like. Dustin did some footwork for us in the pit road area before the race. Notated around 40 to 45 laps on a fuel stint if we go that distance. We restarted like lap 9 or lap 10, so we're 9 laps, almost 10 into this cycle here. And a little 3 wide almost. Travis in the middle. You got Strenthal on the outside. He's going to get a good run off exit turn 2. Matt, you notated the second groove does work here, and you're seeing Zach do it right now.
Yeah, once that second groove really starts to come in, then I really think that third line where the 43 car is starting to venture to, it might be a little too early. Not a lot of grip up there yet. Gotta blow it off essentially. Get all the dirt and debris and all that out of that line. But once they really start to rubber it in and get the heat in, they will. That top line, I definitely think. Oh, car in the wall in front here. Looks like everybody continues. It might have been the 14 machine as he starts to fall back, but now he's going to utilize that outside line. But again, I definitely think once that outside line starts to come in, the bottom is where you definitely don't want to be, because you can see the run that the 14 just got there.
Yeah, that was a 14. Travis into the wall last time by turn 2. Let's see if it keeps it clean this time here in that white and green car. Able to keep it clean. We run the spoiler cam off the back of the 43, Timothy Watson. That was the first time I seen someone actively go to the top in 1 and 2 up in that third groove. Not too many cars up there, so you kind of have to watch out for the rubber marbles as they start to build up here 22 laps in of the scheduled 135 lap event. We're going to take a quick moment here to thank another one of the RSR Next Generation Cup Series sponsors. Admin Box, built by iRacers for iRacers to be utilized in league racing and hosted racings alike. The goal is to make race administration as easy as possible. A bunch of built-in buttons preset for a bunch of commands that you're going to need, like if you want to clear flags or push the restart from 2 laps to 1 lap or whatever you got going on. LED backlit, highly visible. You can put it anywhere on your desk or your sim rig, and you're going to be up and set and running administration like a pro. So head yourself over to adminbox.com. That's adminboxx.com. Promotion code RSR-BOXX will save you 10% off your purchase.
We definitely got some good racing here. That second line has really started to come in, and you see everybody start to graduate or move up the racetrack here. But it's so hard to leave the bottom because you really want to defend against, try to keep everybody behind you. But that top line, I really start to think is coming in.
Look at this Kyle Larson line here, at least in turn 3. Timothy Watson, one of the very few cars up here. And then we put a lot of focus on him. He's currently P8, P9, running side by side with Travis. But I've not seen someone go up to the outside of Texas so early. And he's actually making it work, staying within the top 10 right now. Still trying to battle. Travis is on the inside. They make contact with the outside wall.
The 36 and the 43. Yeah, 2 cars into the wall there as he dives to the bottom here underneath that 36 machine. And he will get it done. That's a great move there. I still think the middle is probably where you want to run, but that bottom is still holding on better than I thought it would. So here he goes back to the top. I think that middle is where you want to be.
Hey, I mean, he's feeling very comfortable right now on the inside or the middle and outside lane right now. But do what you got to do. If you're running P7 and you're able to do this, have fun, get at it. We still got 15 laps to 20, probably 20 laps left on this fuel cycle, so you got to be a little more conservative on the tires, I would imagine, but still focusing on the back of the pack. You're looking at the 83 of Gagnon on the outside here, Justin Hendry in the 85 on the inside. Pretty
There's
racy.
Richie Coy. Richie Coy's making a move to the outside there. We'll see if he can't get around to 27, and it looks like he does, since he still takes the outside line. But we've had a couple cautions, so that'll extend our fuel window just by a couple laps, not a whole lot. Like you said, 40 to 45 under green flags, so probably 47, maybe lap 50 or so. We could probably expect these guys, but they're probably already screaming for tires already.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the tires will become first. I know it's likely. Fuel's 40 to 45 laps on the cycle. If you're just joining us or recently did, we restarted this race on lap 10 after the first caution that took out several cars, or at least with some damage. And right now we're completing lap 28 into 29. So we're 19 laps into this, about halfway almost into the fuel run. And right now, look at this right here. 45 minutes. Sorry, but he's got a 2-second lead over his teammate Harold Watkins. Nathan Campbell, in the back half of 2024, has taken Ryan Bean's request. Last season, he was like, I want my teammates to do better. I encourage them to beat me. I want them to do it. And Nathan Campbell said, all right, bet. And then he has just been on a tear the past probably 2 months, clearly outrunning Ryan Bean almost every single week.
Yeah, he's come up 7 spots. Ryan Bean, who I highlighted earlier, he moved up he was as high as second, and he was really mounting a charge. But I think he's probably either one of two things. He's starting to lay back, try to save a little tire, for maybe like a late run push, or he used all of his tire to get to where he was. So we'll see, how bad the fall off is. Because just looking right now, I mean, it is around 1.2 seconds a lap slower than everybody's best lap times right now. So we're definitely seeing fall off into 43s into the wall hard. That was some heavy contact there, Jeremy.
That was the heaviest hit I have seen so far tonight. That was including the caution that happened on lap 9.
Yeah, he really hit the wall hard. You can see the damage there on the right front. So that's going to make that car really tight if he wasn't tight beforehand. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. So we get a little drone action here. Yeah, you see the damage right there. Yeah, that's going to make the car handle a lot different, as he barely misses the wall there, but with the run on the 34 machine.
Apparently he likes pancakes, because he pancaked that thing on the right-hand side a ton. And I correct myself. The caution was on lap 4, not lap 9. We restarted lap 9. I see Michelle Rittenberry, and she's found herself on YouTube finally saying, "Let's go, Kevin." A little late. Well, you missed it. I'm glad you actually kind of missed it, because Kevin Ruff was a part of that wreck on lap 4. 16 seconds back, 27th place. The car is junk. You see him all by himself right now. And this guy, ever since getting turned, while he was racing for the race lead and from an intentional spin out, has had the worst luck, I think, out of any driver in RSR the past few weeks, and it continues here tonight at Texas.
Yeah, luck is definitely a huge thing. You got to have it with you, because otherwise, if you ain't got no luck, sometimes it'll play against you. Oh, no, I think that was another car on the wall there. Everybody seems to really love pancakes tonight.
Cars are driving like they're got syrup on the tires. That's just not having a great time for some. Oh, here comes pit stops early on here. One car finding his way down pit road.
Ooh, he barely made it on there.
Number 11, Alexander Hodge, yeah.
And we got some more, and business is picking up here. That's
Brock Potter in the 4.
Yeah, Brock Potter, as you mentioned, as he brings it to the attention of his crew. Here comes a couple more guys. And then you can guarantee it's going to be 4 tires every time. Because if you take 2, I don't think that's going to get it done. The leaders stay out here. They're probably running the long game here. And look at the 10. He's made it back up to 4th. Look at that. He was as far back as 11th.
This is going to get tricky, Matt. There is a tire limit, and it's 3 sets of tires. You start with 1, and you get 3 behind the wall. These guys came down well before their fuel window. So now they utilized their first tire stop on lap 35. They have 2 more sets to go 100 laps. So you have to go 50 and 50. So they're going to have to take a pit stop without tires if it does go green the whole way. So this strategy for the ones you've pitted early, I don't know. I don't know necessarily if I agree with it or not.
Yeah, I definitely don't agree with it, because now you put yourself in a box. Now you're gonna have to run long for the rest of the race, because just doing some quick math here, 135 laps on with 3 extra sets of tires. That's average of 45 laps. So basically their fuel window for taking tires here. So I don't see that early strategy working here.
83, Brandon Gagnon, Nerd Esports driver. He's coming down pit road this time. You see him right there in the bottom half of your screen now on the right-hand side. Red, white, and blue scheme that I made for him last month, continuing to rock the same colors. Lonesome driver in here on lap 39. He's taking the shortcut.
Yeah, another one on that alternate strategy. So we'll see. I mean, the leaders are still running out there. They're running, about 1.5 seconds off their fastest lap times now. But I still don't agree. I don't agree with that early strategy, because that's going to put you in that box of running long, and these guys are going to have newer tires, while these early pitters are going to be on old sets.
I mean, it almost to me doesn't look like a lot of people got a long run practice in. They practice their qualifying time. You see really up close. This is the 11. He's got fresh tires. He's trying to pass everyone like they're sitting still, but it's congested in front of him. So it's taking away his efforts with the fresh tires. You're looking on board from his roof camera, really checking up for Justin Hendry. He's going to cut to the bottom. He's going to use some tire wear on that one, though, to cut to the bottom and make that move. Everything you do on the track, it affects your grip, and to make that sharp cut doing 130 miles an hour plus, not going to help your case. But he's got the single lane traffic down. Here he goes.
Yeah, he definitely he needs to get around these guys if he wants this strategy to work for him, at least. These guys are still on old tires, so he can really put the hammer down. But it takes a lot of tire, trying to really run through these guys really quick. But I would expect the leaders in the next about 7 to 8 laps, maybe somewhere around in that range. So we'll see here.
Looking over the sky of this clustered turn 1 and turn 2.
The 28 just came out of pit road. Just saw him on the bottom there.
Ryan Bean.
That's
his pit stop
interesting.
early as well. Now, fun notation. Almost every single race from like the past 2 months, Ryan Bean, Nathan Campbell, complete different pit strategies. And again, here tonight, Nathan's still on track. Ryan Bean does the short pit that he usually does. And so we've seen it multiple times where he's tried an extra pit stop, and it's not paid off for the 28 camp. But he's going to 3 wide this time here. 28 Ryan Bean, of course, he's got the tires. He's going to try to split everybody here. Car in the wall. Getting crazy out there, Matt.
Yeah, 3 wide. 28 gets around to 36. Now he's going to try to mount a charge on the 43. He really needs these tires to last him. So he really has to push to get around these lap cars, because his teammate still out in front. Even though that there are team cars, it's kind of every man for himself. You can help everybody, but only one guy can win it.
Look at that. From the top to the bottom, back to the top, the 28 is slicing and dicing all the lap cars. Well, he's a lap down, but he's treating them like they're lappers. Just cutting through them, trying to maximize his speed. Finally clears the storm. Matt, this storm is not clearing itself. It just looks like a cluster of like a thunderstorm clouds, and they are not separating.
This storm is brewing. We can expect, maybe possibly a wreck here soon if these guys continue to battle as hard as they're battling. Very old tires. They got 45 laps on their tires right now, so a lot of slipping inside, and all it takes is, getting in the corner just a little too hot. Ooh, the 43 just scraped the wall there. And he really hindered the 8 car there.
34 Nolan. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it's now that kind of spread this group just a little bit. But we'll see. Oh, the 83 got a monster run there on the 25 and the 36.
Passes Dwayne Spurchick sitting still, looking underneath the 36 Gage Wenzel and the 3 of Bob Fitzpatrick. You're going to go a 2-for-1 special on them. On the bottom, quickly he's going to pass Justin Hendry. I was going to comment last lap too. Nolan Potter, 34. He just came off pit stall. Now going to be driving back onto the apron.
We got
here
our leader
in this pit stop. But he almost got clobbered entering pit road. It was like a matter of maybe 6 inches or less from getting turned, which is wouldn't have been the first time we've seen it in a month span. But look at this lap 47. This is Dustin's pit window, and here it is.
Yeah, about when I figured everybody would start, coming in on this later strategy. So we had the overall leader in. So now it looks the 10 machine is now back out in front. A couple other cars hadn't pitted yet, but we will see how that really long strategy works now. So now essentially we kind of have 3 different strategies. We got the early, the normal, and then the extra late strategy.
Yep, and that's going to be led by the 10 of Adam Boughton, 14 Travis Strozny, 27 to Shane Wyatt. That's it.
Yep, 27's on pit road, 14's on pit road.
Okay, so that's 2 of your top 4 giving up their time. Cycling back through some other people. Adam Boughton still on track. P1, there's the 3 car. Bob Fitzpatrick Sr., Dwayne Furtick, Zach Strenthenall. Those 3 on your screen. And I think this is a great time for Dustin to look. Oh, well, hold on. Here comes the 10 car. Here's your race leader. Out about and giving up. Does Bob Fitzpatrick get a lap led by staying out this time? He is not
Yes, he
pitting.
does. He stays
he-
out.
Does he get the lap?
Surveys. Yes, sir. New
Just
leader,
fine.
that 3 car.
3/10 of a second. Separate him and the 25. Those guys are nose to tail. Adam Boughton now 3rd on that last cycle through. 8 of Michael Carter. And I was going to say last lap, but this lap, if you want to kick up the iRacing iFlag track map, this is going to look fun. This thing is covered from turn 1 all the way back to turn 3. Half a track just scattered with cars right now.
Yeah, these guys are pretty close, even after that pit sequence. A couple cars, moving ahead of each other, but we'll see how this strategy will play out. The comers and goers essentially. So, big move from the 21. He was at the bottom and moved all the way to the top there. 14 car is starting to slice and dice through this field with the newer tires.
Yeah, a lot of guys at this point, about 15, 20 lap span from their pit stops as we're closing out on a completely cycled through pit run. Bob Fitzpatrick still P1, Dwayne Furtick on the 25-second, Michael Carter 3rd, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. in that 12 car. He's been doing the long run for a while now, each week in, week out, and it seemed to be playing quite nicely for that 12 camp. And that's it.
Yeah, the top 3 have not pitted since lap 5, so they're running pretty long here. I expect 3rd place is in at the 8 of Michael Carter. He's in the pit lane, as you see him there, rolling down pit lane to the attention of his crew. But these guys are, the 2 that have stayed out so far, they're running about what I thought. Under yellow, you could save, maybe a lap or a couple under yellow. So 47, 49 laps that these guys are about to run here.
Now check this out too. Once the 3 and the 25 cycle through, look who's the first car who pitted. Number 11, Alexander Hodge. He's got a 2-second lead. Well, was a 2-second. Now it's going to be deleted by the 45. He was trying to get a lap lead. Those are going to play great for him, but it doesn't work. The 2 cars stay on track. Does not get his lap lead. There goes the 45. So his call almost worked out for Alexander, but Nathan Campbell going to spoil it.
That's what 12 lap difference in tires will do. He just blew by him like he was standing still. And I think that 11, although that strategy really started nicely for him, I think he's going to start that eventual tumble down the order. A lot of these guys that are behind him are on, 6 to 10 lap newer tires than he is. So there's Ryan Bean. He's about to get around the 11 here in the next lap or so. He was one that I mentioned, got to keep an eye on. And he's right there.
We are approaching the halfway. Only 2 cars left to pit. This is going to be a great time to take our first picture-in-picture commercial break. When we come back, we'll go over the Nerd TV Top 10 recap. We'll be right back. And back to full screen here, live from the RSR Next Generation Cup Series event for the 213 Simware 200 at the Legacy Texas International Speedway. And we're going to fire up our Nerd TV Waterford Concepts LLC Top 10 recap. 45, Nathan Campbell, P1 on the board. The final two cars finally came down pit road. So he cycled back through there. Has a outstanding 5-second lead over second place Harold Watkins in the 23, his teammate, who is trying to make any ground up possible, but he's got a whole second lead over his third place teammate Ryan Bean. He's up 3 spots. Harold Watkins up 7, by the way. I wanted to notate that as well. It's Ryan Bean, very strong, consistent run, staying inside the top 5 all night long, minus the opening pit stop. Number 2, Zach Schrentenall, from 3rd down to 4th. So again, him, very strong on the top 5 all night. Nolan Potter in the 34. He's up 8 spots from his initial stop. Is the 11 of Alexander Hodge. He's the next one on the list, but he's coming down pit road. Coming in hot. I don't know if he made it down in time with speed. Pit speed is 45 or 50, and he hit the line at 60, so that'll be really close to see. Next on that list is the number 10 of Adam Boughton. See him on your screen right there. P6 now as he cycled past the 11. He is down 6 spots from 1st to 6th. Then Richie Coyne 7th. He's up a decent amount, 9 positions after tearing down the wall twice. The crew did a really good job making sure nothing was out of shape on that pit stop, and he's continuing to pick up speed along the way here. Travis,
he's actually up. Coy's actually up 11, so he's really moving up the field here.
Good notation. Yes, 11 positions there for the 19. And then there's the 14 directly behind him, nose to tail. He's down 4 spots from his starting spot. Jeff Chandler in the 31, 14th and 9th, up 5. They're in that black and green Nerditudes Ford Mustang. And then your 10th place car, his teammate Brandon Gagnon, down 3 from his starting spot there. So some decent drivers, very normal names there to see in the top 10. As he hits the wall there off turn 2, and he's going to go really slow. He's going to allow the 27 Shane Wyatt by. He's going to put himself in that 10th spot now.
Yeah, just looking at the timing here, Stealth Motorsports has a stranglehold over the top 5. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Man, that team has definitely got this place figured out. There is no Stealth Motorsports drivers left behind there.
That's Stealth Motorsports. Now, what they keep doing is they keep wanting their team entirely taking up the entire grid. So they're in the top 5. And if they finish the way they are right now, I mean, minus the 4 of Brock Potter, he got in a wreck. So they can't get the 6 for 6. But if they keep this pace up, they're basically going to call it, say they got the top 5. I'm sure it'll be a very fun interview with that team if they can continue to do this pace, which they still have a ton of laps to go here at Texas.
Now, something that I'm still kind of baffled on, and I'm curious on your thoughts on this, Jeremy. I'm still wondering why the 11 pitted on lap 64 when he pitted on lap, I think it was about 30 or so. He's already burned through 2 sets of tires, and we just barely passed halfway.
Well, I don't know. I did confirm Alexander did take tires on that pit stop on 64. And he missed his pit stall on top of that, so he lost about 3 to 4 seconds on track just to doing that. So
add insult to injury there.
Yeah, he's got to go, 70, 35. We're looking at 55 laps to go, and he's got to do that on one set. I mean, I don't know. It's going to be close for him, but he's got to really have to pedal that thing around at the current rate that he's spitting.
Yeah, he's either this set right here he has to probably save to extend that his strategy here, or he's really has to hope that there's some cautions here to that way he can save some fuel, save some tire, and then maybe at the end he'll put on a new set while everybody runs out of tire, or we'll see.
And here is the replay of the 11 coming down pit road.
Ooh, he locked it up too.
Yellowstone locking it up. He didn't get called for it. He did not get called for it, I don't think. He was able to hit his pit stop, leave without a hold. He got lucky. The stewards were eating some ice cream sandwiches there on pit road, missed the speeding penalty that could have been presented. And there's the pit stall. Yeah, almost a half a stall.
Yeah, he missed it, and then he almost backed out a little too far there.
Thank you for that image there, Dustin. Going back to the live camera angle from the 11's perspective. 1 lap down, 25th place right now for the 11. You're going to cycle back to your leader for just a moment as the 23 of Watkins, a little bit of fresh set of tires. He's caught the 45 by a second and a half over the span of the past 5 or 6 laps. So
yeah, that 23, he's been a couple tenths faster than that 45 has been. And just looking here, that 28, he's starting to tumble down the order. He pitted on lap 40. Everybody else around him was 47, 49, somewhere 48, somewhere in that range. So Ryan Bean's starting to make that trek backwards as everybody else is starting to go around him.
looking at the current intervals right below the driver's name there on the horizontal ticker up on the top half of your screen. 26
we see Watkins' lap times here the last couple of laps, so he's been consistent, 31.7, 31.8, 31.9. So that's about what everybody's running, high 39 or high 31s and then low 32s here.
See it right there, live intervals. T22nd on back, 1 lap down or more, 28th place, I think was the first car that was listed out. So you're looking back now at the 45, your current race leader, 3.5 back is the 23 of Harold Watkins. I'm going to shout out one of our partners here, Victory Fuel. It's full of electrolytes, absence of caffeine, and very low sugar content, which makes it a great drink for not just you, but your entire family. No artificial colors involved, packed with daily vitamins to support your overall health. Your kids can drink it, you can drink it, share it with whoever you want. They got 2 amazing flavors right now. Third one's still on the way. It's a little backdated, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be amazing when it does release to the public. So if you want to keep up to date on that 3rd flavor, or just order yourself one of the 2 flavors they have to purchase right now, head yourself over to drinkvictory.com and use that promotion code RSR. We'll save you 10% off your purchase from Victory Fuel.
The 34, man, he is a rocket ship right now. I think he just pitted a couple laps ago, and he is the last car running on the lead lap. He unlapped himself, I think, a little bit ago, and he is just an absolute rocket. A little early, if you ask me, if I would pit, but let's see if his strategy will pay out here.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to come down one more time for fuel at least. He might have one more set behind the wall. I'm not entirely sure for the 34 specifically, but we're cycling through here. Here's teammate, or sorry, that's Tony Ludi. Yeah, teammates Tony Ludi, Brandon Gagnon, and then right in front of them, you got the newcomer number 17, Dalton Wicker. This is on track for 10th, 11th, and 12th, which I like the race for the top 10s. I know it's not a victory, but it counts toward the stat column and top 10s listed per season. So kind of an important position, I would say.
Yeah, top 5s and top 10s will win you championships. Yeah, everybody loves winning races, but at the end of the day, then top 5s and top 10s will really, really help you in the long run. Of course, you got to mix in a win or 2 here and there, but biggest thing is to not have DNFs or not run in the back very often.
Yeah, Dustin and Mayer saying Dale Sr. proof of not winning a championship. Could you almost say the same thing under the chase format for Tony Stewart, the guy who spoiled my driver's only chance at a Cup Series championship? back in
See-
2013. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
2011.
2011.
Yep, that was
Thank you.
that was when Tony Stewart basically said, "I'm taking up a playoff spot," and then went on to win 5 of the 10 and beat Carl Edwards on a tiebreaker, which my guy got the better end of the deal. So yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I like seeing Tony win, I disagreed with it. Not fair.
I mean, the playoffs.
It's fair.
Well, is what they're called now, but the chase for the cup at the time, that's when you got to be in it to win it, and Stewart got himself in it, and then he won it. But as we look at our leader here, and he's steadied the ship here, about 3 seconds to second place here. So he's trying to manage his tire. I think he's running 32 second lap times now, so we're running almost 2 seconds a lap slower now. At least the leader is. A couple of guys in the back running 2 seconds a lap slower. So probably some tire saving. Well, we got a gaggle of automobiles right here. That 34, he's still trying to make his way up through the field. Running 23rd currently, so he's making some moves.
46, Cole Brown on pit road this time. Almost made contact with Calvin Ruff in turn 4. Temporarily locked him up, shot up the track just enough, and put a little scare there in the 99 seat. But there he goes, exiting pit road, clean overall. Only car down this time around. And it's kind of cycling back through some cars. Here's Travis, Richie Coy, Zach Strenthenall. These guys right now racing for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Travis, of course, leading a bunch of 3 here. Pretty good racing amongst these 3.
Yeah, we're probably about 10 or 12 laps from the next, pit cycle here. As the battle continues here with the 14 machine. He's trying to get around Richie Coy and just got around the 2. Let's see if he can't pull off the move. No, he's just going to ride behind the 19. Richie Coy runs the bottom. I still think the bottom is actually the way to go. The top and the middle haven't really come in as I was expecting.
Middles seem to work for some. Couple of adventure to the top, but at the end of the day, the fastest lane is the bottom here. It's where your tire conservation is, and when you're trying to extend this tire run here at Texas Legacy, you're going to want to utilize that bottom so you don't grind away too much of your tire.
Yeah, especially with what the 14 is doing. He's almost diamonding the corner, entering low, getting up a little high, and then, getting low again off the corner. But the problem is, especially here, is that it'll tear your tires up. You will run out of tire a lot sooner than what all the other guys are doing, especially if they're running the bottom or they're holding a singular line, either be in the middle or up top as well.
Brandon Gagnon pitted last time by. I think I just heard Ryan Bean in the 28 calling for pit road this time.
We have the 43 of Timothy Watson. He's down pit lane right now. Yep, there's the 28. He's coming in. Gets down to the speed limit.
Perfect entrance too. Right at the 50-mile-an-hour mark at the line. So great job there by the veteran Ryan Bean.
Yep, that was perfect.
Toyota.
Perfect entry. Perfect stop in the box, and there goes the leader, the 45, putting everybody on pit road a lap down.
Nathan Campbell, 3.5 second lead over Harold Watkins, who Harold was down to under 3 seconds for a little bit. But then I think he used too much tire and he's backed it down to almost 4 seconds separation between himself and the 45. Kind of cycling through a little bit more. There's the 10 of Adam Boughton. P3 right now, 8 seconds back of your race leader. He's got 1 car behind him now. That's lap traffic for the 43. So no pressure around this 10 car whatsoever. And there's Richie Coy in the 19, Victory Fuel. Sponsored Ford Mustang, of course. And he's been rocking those colors and will be doing that all season long, all year long, really. His next time by, we're going to get 45 laps to go.
Yeah, now everybody, once they start to get in, oh, there's the leader. Leader's down pit road. We're starting to get into that cycle where everybody can possibly make it on one more stop, as long as no yellows or anything. So now this is where strategy will pay off. Who's set themselves up correctly here. Is it the guys that pitted early? Is it the guys that are now pitting late? We'll see when it comes towards the end here, but this is about to get very interesting here on strategy.
Yeah, this past month or so, RSR Next Generation Cup Series racing on Tuesday has been a head scratcher. There's been such a. Usually we can kind of predict it about halfway, but they've had so many different amount of when to pits, when not to pits, who does what, cautions fly at weird times. And it's just been very difficult to track on who is in the better position to win each and every single week. So we're kind of just holding on tight to see who can tire conservate the best, who has the best line, who can not pound the pancake turn 2 wall. It's just a lot of chaos here. 45 splitting 3 wide. You got the number 2, Zach Strenthal. He's down pit road, giving up 4th place. And there's 31, Jeff Chandler as well. He's going to come down, giving up 7th.
Yeah, now we're about in that window for these guys that pitted, that 48 or so. These guys are going to start coming in and pitting. So we'll see how, if their strategy is going to run best, or, if these guys, I think, maybe like Bob Fitzpatrick Jr. or, the 25 machine, a couple of them guys that pitted, lap, in the mid to late 50s. I think those guys might be in the catbird seat here.
So the 19 and 14 there on pit road right now. It's Travis on your screen. Richie Coy on the 19, of course. He's on pit road as well. Cycling back here is Bob Fitzpatrick in number 3, 4th place that time around. He's got a 36 behind him. He's not for position. But Dustin, you're saying he is. Oh, there he is. He's in front. Okay, I did not catch that. Okay, so he's 4th and 5th. Oh, well, then never mind. Here we go. Now he's not in position.
Yeah, not for position now.
No, 27. Shane Wyatt. Yeah, he's down pit road, giving up 3rd place.
And there's your favorite card, the 34 machine. He's staying out of Nolan Potter. He pitted on lap 74, so I think these guys that, in the 50s or, 70s, they might be in the catbird as long as they have an extra set of tires still.
That car will be my Xfinity car by the end of next week. I will guarantee you that. Slightly different version, of course. But,
well, of course, yeah.
There's the 10, your race leader, Adam Bowden. He hits the marks. Perfect stop, it looks like. The crew's a little late to jack up the right side there. Look at this set of cars now behind Bob. Here comes Jeff, Brian Fine, Anthony Ludi. They're going to pass him to the inside. But
that's
getting kind of
that's
racy at this
what'll-
part of the track.
Yeah, that's the difference in tire. The 3, he hasn't pitted, in the last about 40 laps or so. Yeah, a lot of these guys. Yeah, a lot of these guys haven't. They just came and got tires. So we'll see how the strategy will play. Because on the current strategy, the 3 of Fitzpatrick Jr. and the 25 of Furtick, they are on the same strategy. They last pitted on 56 and 57. After that, Nathan Campbell, he just pitted, so he's pitted for the last time. A couple of other guys behind him. Yeah, there's 25, like you were just about to mention there, Jeremy. So we'll see. I think these guys actually might be in the catbird seat as long as no yellows come out.
One more stop to go, and that's it. I don't know if they have a set of tires or not. I've not kept track of every single individual driver. I don't have that live telemetry to offer, but
if the data that I'm looking at is correct, it looks like the top 2 have only pitted twice. So we'll see how that goes. If they haven't pitted yet, they're about. Let's see, they're about on strategy. Expecting them to come in the next couple laps here.
Speaking of which, we have a graphic that we can display in the upper left-hand corner here of a little pit stop cycling.
There we go.
So you see Fitzpatrick, I mentioned earlier in this race, the 12 car loves to extend the race as much as he can. You see that there. Furtick extending it as well. 40 plus laps for those two guys, but then everybody else, it looks like, is on the 3-stopper. 46, 44, 9 for Campbell. 45, 29, 25 for Potter. That's Nolan Potter. And yeah, it's just all the variances. You see how usually we can catch this graphic. If it was like June, this graphic would be all synced up and everyone's doing the same pit stops, but it is so scattered here at Texas here tonight.
Yeah, that 45 machine, he just blew the doors off the 25, about 40 laps difference in tires, so that'll do it. But, all it takes is a late race yellow here, and, that 3 will really be in the catbird seat, because everybody else has pitted 3 times already. Everybody has all their sets of tires on. All he has to do is, come down, pit, get himself 4 freshies, and he'll have the rocket ship against everybody else. Yeah, as you see from the back bumper here, that's second place right there. That is Nathan Campbell, and he is really mounting a charge on the leader.
On lap 100, we had our first car-to-car contact. Jeff Chandler in the 31-17, Dalton Wicker. Dalton tried to come down the track. Jeff had a head of steam, maybe 10-mile-an-hour difference. Tagged him in the left rear. Came across the radio and said, "Not clear." And you see him right now. 2 car lengths separates. Now 3 down the back straightaway here on lap 103. Jeff with a little bit faster car than the 17 at the moment.
Yep, we got a couple callers to pit lane. The 25 Furtick's in. Nolan Potter's in as well. A couple other guys, they've decided that they're going to go ahead and take that last set of tires. Now we look at that replay.
This was
31.
Backed. We had to back it up here. Little VHS rewind.
Oh, there's the contact.
First action we've had in quite some time on track here. Going to turn 3.
Looks like the 17, he wasn't clear. He just came down and made a little contact. Everybody, saved, made their saves, and no torn up race car, so that's good.
Yeah, great driving in 17 to save that car, because he could have easily overcorrected and put that thing hard in the outside wall in turn 3. But he keeps it clean. We stay green. 71 coming off pit road. Gino Mero down for the final time. A couple other guys did as well. Now there's the 57, the Brian Fine Beer Dark Horse Mustang. And looks like the number 3, Bob Fitzpatrick. He's calling it this time.
As we're coming on 30 laps to go here, coming up this time, we're starting to get to the nitty gritty here. As you see, the 3 makes his way down the pit lane. He's going to take his last set of tire. There's the 23 moving up the order. 28 of Ryan Bean, Richie Coy. These guys are starting to battle. I wonder if the 28's starting to do that tumble down the orders of what it looks like if Richie Coy gets around in there on the bottom. That 28, he doesn't seem very happy, setup wise at least. That car does not seem as fast as what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, I mean, he did that really early pit stop, and he's paying the price for it. And he realized now that was the bad decision to make from his camp, and he's just going to have to finish this race out. Just under 30 laps to go here in the 213 Simware 200. And apparently he's not good at the tire conservation, which is true. He has said that before in our previous interviews with him, so not the track for him tonight. And I'm going to do a quick shout out to one of our partners. You heard the name once during the top 10 recap halfway mark of the race. Waterford Concepts LLC. It's a leader in engineering, 3D printing, 3D scanning, and composite manufacturing. Focused primarily on automotive, RC, and motorsport. Waterford Concepts is your shot to make ideas a reality. Find them on Facebook at facebook.com/Waterford Concepts. Looking back through the field here. It's 14, the 4. Everyone's really spaced out right now. 109 laps. Oh, 4 wide on the back straightaway for just a quick moment. That's just cars going slow, going fast, and everyone trying to split the gap at the same time. I think it was the first time we saw 4 wide here tonight. Quickly goes back to single file, though. And there's the rewind.
Yeah, it was almost 4 wide. They definitely wanted to, but I think they thought better of it. Oh, car!
Contact.
Yeah, it was a car in the wall there. That's what really kind of jostled everybody up. Yeah, it was the 46 machine. He got just gave it a little kiss. That's all, But hopefully the car is not too damaged. As you see, the 27 trying to mount a charge here on the field. That's the 17 machine. Dalton Wicker. So they start battling each other side by side.
25 laps to go for the 213 Simware 200. Things are ticking down. The top 3 not really changed except for the 19 Richie Coy. Remember, he pancaked that wall early on in this event and continued to climb and climb and climb. He got a 2-second lead over the number 2 Zach Strenthenall. Not sure how his pit stop cycles compared to the Zach and Adam Boughton, but right now Richie is doing a phenomenal job, and there it is, kind of equaled. They're all within that same 5-ish lap realm of one another. So Coy just doing it by speed. 18th to 3rd here, just under 25 laps to go.
Yeah, I told you guys in the beginning, to keep an eye. He was one of the ones that I told you guys to keep an eye on, and he's definitely proven my point correct, because he's mounted to charge through the field, up 15 spots. That's pretty crazy, especially with the field was so close.
Now, a little biasy here, but Nerd Esports, of course, that's our team. I told him I want 2 cars in the top 3. We got 1 there. Adam Boughton is 3 seconds away from putting himself into a decent chance if anything happens to the 45 or 23. But needless to say, still good drive from those 2 there, trying to split up Stealth Motorsports. Remember, at one time, had 5 cars in the top 5. So the 19 and the 10 are kind of spoiling the party a little bit right now, late in the going.
Yeah, the 2, as you saw there, coming off of 2, he must like pancakes as well, because he definitely pancaked that right side of that 2 machine.
How would you serve that pancake?
How would I serve it? I mean, you gotta serve it up pretty good.
I guess
Slather
so.
on a little, as you played words earlier, have a little maple syrup on your tires, sliding a bit, but
Yeah. Now they're all like just super tight. So
yeah.
I've not really seen a car loose. Speaking of which, we notated tight earlier in this event, but I have not seen a car, I don't think, all night long get sideways just by running by themselves. It's with contact to the wall or another car, and so it really just goes to show tire conservation is key, because if you're pushed tight, you're going to destroy your right front at this track, which is probably why we're seeing some of these guys, including Ryan, being come down early, because they just shred the right front. And yeah, I mean, look at the spacing in the field. People are just trying to run their own race to finalize the last 20 laps here. Got an 8.5 second lead over Campbell and Harold Watkins. Just a crazy amount of gap here. And we're going to do a shout out as well to one of our partners that does not have a video plug. Dustin knows that button. I'm not going to fool him this time. There it is. Dusty Pete's, the official hobby shop of the Nerditudes, based out of New York. One-stop shop for many things nerdy. We shout them out every time. They got a really cool collection of comic books, thousands, literally thousands. And then they have a bunch of collectible cards from all your favorite games. I know Dustin likes Lorenka, I think, from Disney. I'm just kidding. I don't know if he actually knows that one or not. But either way, you got Yu-Gi-Oh, you got Pokemon, you got Magic the Gathering, any type of collectible card. Yeah, you're welcome. Then, collectible action figures. They have NASCAR diecast because they support the sim community, and there's some racing nerds out here, so we got some diecast. A lot of other things. So go check them out, dustypete's.com. If you use that promotion code SUPERNERD, our famous code, you're going to save 15% off your online purchase of $20 or more. Once again, go check them out right after this race at dustypete's.com.
Or, if you're still gonna watch the broadcast here, go ahead and go check them out right now. What's stopping you?
This race that's very spaced out and you're glued to the screen right now. That's what's going to stop. I'm just kidding. Yeah, go ahead and go check them out right now. You got some time before the checker flag flies. But
Yeah,
there's
you
a
got
little bit of
16
racing
laps.
action. Look at this. You got some 2 wide here. There's some 2 wide on the front straightaway right now. Just this is a part of it. This is a part of racing. Sometimes you have the most awesome side by side all night long, and sometimes they string out. And Legacy Texas is known for stringing out. Look at that. Completely covering the track right now.
Yeah, the quickest car that I've seen on the racetrack last couple laps is down between the 25 and the 3. They're about 6, 7, 8 tenths quicker than the leader. The problem is I believe that they're still a lap down, so they would have to unlap themselves if they are to even have really a chance. At winning this, as you see on the ticker right there, 14th and 15th, 1 lap down. So these guys are going to have to track down the leader, get back on the lead lap, and then absolutely hope for yellows. We got 14 laps remaining.
29 entries, 12 cars on the lead lap right now. Justin Hendry, the last person in 12th place. 13th, your first car 1 lap down is a 36 at Gage Wenzel. And it just goes to show you how difficult this place can be. And this is the Gen 7 car. We talked about it coming in. We don't know what this car and track combination was going to look like. And we're seeing it. It is wrecking some tires out here. From some of the fast guys, too. Nolan Potter in 16th. Bob Fitzpatrick, 15th. Alexander Hodge, he's typically a top 10 guy. He's in 18th place. Brandon Gagnon, 1 lap down, 22nd. Brian Fine, 1 lap down, 24th. Like, there's some really good names that just cannot tame this track. And that's including Ryan Bean. He's usually a top 3 guy. We've talked to him almost every single weekend. He's currently in 7th place, which is good, but he's 21 seconds out of the race lead.
Yeah, he's definitely not happy. He may have the fastest lap overall of everybody, but he's not happy saving tires, that's for sure. And just to point out, a lot of the guys that pitted, around the lap 100, to 105, something like that, those guys are all a lap down right now. So that strategy not playing out. Didn't pan out as they would hope, but Nathan Campbell, he's definitely putting on a clinic. He's got 8 seconds in hand right now.
Yeah, it's a dominant performance from the 45, completely taking the helm for Stealth Motorsports, doing a great job. 23-year-old Watkins, been phenomenal tonight. He's picked up some speed. He's gotten some appraisal from his teammates the past month or two, and again, showcasing his talents, staying 5 seconds ahead of 3rd place, Richie Coy right now. Again, this track, not easy to drive when the track temperature is 116 degrees opening this event up. But turn 4 here, looks like we got a little bit of action. This is the 11 and the 10, Alexander Hodge and Adam Bowden, not for position, but still put on a little bit of a show. But the 71 as well, he's a lap down car. He's trying to race with Alexander. Those two are for position, but they have a lead car in between them as they get loose off of 2.
Oh no, I think the that was a wall hit right there. The 11, he bounced it off. 10 took evasive action, and I believe even the 71 kind of made contact with that outside retaining wall.
Good catch. I saw the reaction to the cars. I didn't actually see the contact there, out there, just on my peripheral on my right monitor, but still keeping our eyes focused on them. side by side here. Number 71 and the 11 are for position. The 10 is splitting the gap here.
So we have two battles here. We got the 10 and the 14, and the 11 and the 71. The 10 and 14 are on the lead lap, but the 11 and 71 are a lap down, but battling each other here.
Keep our cameras on this battle. This is it. This is the strong race here for the remaining 7.5 laps. And you are correct. Yeah, the 10 to 14 are for position for third and fourth. This is podium position. This is to talk to the nerds here after the race. So that's a kind of a little spot there.
Battle for fourth there, Jeremy.
Okay, I retire. Matt, take it here.
Because we do have Campbell leading with Watkins in second, Coy in third. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Math is hard. Math is hard.
I never claimed to be smart. Okay. I questioned 3 years ago why you wanted me to do this, and I'm kind of proving my point right now.
The point has been proven.
This is why I brought Matt in. Matt's going to keep me in check. Dustin, of course, he's going to keep me in check. And so...
I mean, hey, somebody's got to keep you in check one way or another.
But they're definitely going to be finishing in the top 5. That is for sure. 4th or 5th place. 6th place is 5 seconds back. With 6 laps to go, I don't think they're in spot. So that is still a good race there, 4th and 5th. Here's the number 2, Zach Strenthal. 6th place on the boards. That's the one we just referenced.
Well, see, they may not finish 4th and 5th, depending on if there's a late race yellow, which I'm totally not jinxing, by the way, because we have 5 laps to go. But
you did.
Yeah, I mean, if it happens, it happens. Commentators curse, Things do happen that way, but man, what a battle here. 14's trying to get around these lap cars, and they're just not putting up with it.
71 sees the door open. He's going to try to take a look at the inside of Alexander. Gene O'Mara for position. It's going to move him up to 17th. If he can make a stick off of 4, he gives the window, or leaves the window open for the Alexander car to launch off corner exit. 71, do you believe, had him at the line. So very good race here for that 1 lap down spot. But Adam Bowden, Travis Strogeny, single file. You got some gap between them two, about 10 car lengths. Here comes Brandon Gagnon in the 83. This is also for position. I know this is back in the pack, but I don't care. This is exciting stuff. Brandon, look at the tire difference. It says, see you later, good night. Going to pass 2 for 1 special through turns 3 and 4.
So the 83 is on 10 lap newer tires to the 71 and the 11. So he can easily just carve through, them cars right there, pick up a couple spots. Now the 14 is not for position. He's ahead of the 83, but yeah, he's just gonna run right by us. We're on 2 laps to go here. There's your leader, Nathan Campbell, in the Stealth Motorsports Toyota. Leads him down the backstretch here. Lap and a half left. I would have to say that so far this has been one of the most dominating runs I've seen so far.
And here we go. 1 lap to go, presented by Elevated Esports Racing. 1 mile left now as he gets to turn number 1 for the 45, Nathan Campbell. Which, by the way, this win count, I think, is going to, I don't have to fact check myself, but I think it's going to be 8 wins, right? No, I'm sorry, for the season. No, they split the points in half, so they kind of messed me up on that. So I'll have to refer back to that later. But I think this is going to be about 8 wins or so for the 45. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. 45 picks up yet another win here in the 2024 season. 3rd win since they split the points. So just a dominant performance there. There's 23 Harold Watkins. He's finally going to cross the line. Richie Coy does claim 3rd place at about 4th. And Travis Strogeny is your top 5 here tonight, as they're going to take a long time to file through here. 45 is going to come around, do a burnout. Now, Matt, I don't know if you know, but if they hit the wall, I call them out on their interviews. So we're going to see how that plays out. But
yeah, that's
interesting.
They're going to
race.
really love that. Yeah, it definitely pretty good there. Stealth Motorsport, they had the lock on the top 5, but they're only going to put 2 in the top 5. 4 in the top 10, though. That's still pretty darn good from an organization.
Yeah, 100% here. This
All right,
team usually.
let's see the execution. I think you might be smart and keep it away from the wall.
Lots of space here. Is he just gonna hold down the brake pedal and just cook the rear tires? As he's gonna do that clean burnout, we're gonna do our unofficial results here for the 213 Simware 200. Nathan Campbell P1, Harold Watkins in second, Richie Coy does finish in third, Adam Boughton fourth, Travis Strogeny top 5. 6 through 10 will be Zach Schrenthal, Jeff Chandler, Ryan Bean, Shane Wyatt, and Tony Ludi. 11th on back, Bob Fitzpatrick, Dalton Wicker. Remember, that's the last guy on the lead lap. 13th on back, 1 lap down or more. You're going to find Dwayne Furtick, Gage Wenzel, Nolan Potter in 15th, Brock Potter 16th, Brandon Gagnon 17th with that nice 2-for-1 pass late in the going. 18th, Gino Mero. 19th, Alexander Hodge. Your 20th place car is Timothy Watson. 21st, Justin Hendry. 22nd, Brian Fine. Then the rest of them is Jerry Culver, Robert Fitzpatrick, Kevin Ruff, Cole Brown, Christopher James, and Kane Lee. And that is your 29 cars that took the green flag here this evening. We're going to go to our only full screen commercial break, try to gather our top 3, and we'll be right back. And welcome to the Martin Sports Post Race Show. We do got our top 3 gathered up here this evening. Richie Coy's giving the first one in here, third place for the 19. Richie, congrats on a position I didn't think you were going to achieve, third place. Well done.
What's up, nerds? Neither did I. Neither did I.
Man, that 18th to third, up 15 spots. You hit the wall on lap 1, turn 2. You did it again pretty hard, I think, within the first 20 laps, somewhere in that region. And I was thinking that you were toast. How did you finish third?
We're gonna have to go back and watch the broadcast because I'm not 100% sure. When I hit the walls, I always thought I was toast too. That's why I pitted under that caution, and I was like, all right, let me get the damage fixed now. But I didn't have any damage, so I was set and ready to go. But it put me further back, and it's a really tough track to pass on here with this the setup and the way everything is. But I don't know, two pit stops and just running nice consistent laps. I guess that got us to the front.
You had some good luck. I mean, I was in the channel before the green flag tonight, and you guys said you needed it, and you got all 4 team cars inside the top 10. So, what was the conversations like amongst each and one of you to make that achievement?
Before the race, we were talking pretty good, but during the race, it was pretty quiet because we were all focused. Like I said, this is a tough, brutal track tonight. It was hot and slick, so you had to really pay attention to where you were. You can miss your mark a little bit, and you're in the wall. So it was a lot of concentration going on. The biggest thing that we had was pit stops, and Brandon went on a little bit of a short pit stop, and the rest of them followed me in. And then we went for our two pit stop strategy, and I guess it worked. So yeah, we're all happy. It was a good run for all of us.
Yeah, it seemed like that was the best call there. A lot of the guys on the two stopper succeeded. A couple of the threes did, but for the most part, you were on the better end of it there. Congratulations, man. Awesome achievement from 18th to third from a car who hit the wall twice. Didn't expect it, but here you are, man. So, floor is yours. Final thoughts before we let you go.
I appreciate it, dude. I got to thank my team, Nerd Motorsports, for putting us all together and on the racetrack each and every week. Victory Fuel for being on board, Martin Sports for being on board, Nerd TV, Nerditudes, all of our supporters. Got to thank you guys for broadcasting it, the league for doing a great job cleaning up the race. I mean, we had one caution really early on, but just a great race. So kudos to them for up and putting some serious stuff on the racetrack for us tonight.
Yeah, that little 2 week break really reset everything that people needed, and product on track has been fantastic since then. So, good call out there. And yeah, congratulations once more, and we'll catch you next Tuesday.
All right, guys. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. That was Richie Coyne, the 19, sponsored by Victory Fuel. Now we're going to bring in our second place car, number 23. Mr. Harold Watkins, PlayStation 5 on board that Toyota Camry tonight. Congratulations on P2. Harold, this is Jeremy in Nerd TV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
Hey, there we go. Hey, man, congratulations, second place. Well done. Great speed for a very difficult track. Of course, Nathan was on a different mission, different zip code. So what did you do compared to your other teammates? You destroyed Ryan, Bean, and everybody else minus Nathan. So what did you do in the 23 seat to get second place?
I feel like a tight car suits my driving style, and honestly, on the track, I feel like I was just as fast as Nate. It's on and off pit road every week, so I feel like I definitely could have competed with him if I could have stayed with him in those cycles.
Now to play off of that, where do you think on pit road is your kryptonite there compared to that 45 car?
Uh, I think honestly, it's not necessarily getting on pit road; it's getting off of pit road. But I had a couple things happen to me. So like the first time I was gonna pit, and Hodge got right up on me, and I didn't have time to really call it out. So I had to slow up and go in and lose time there. Second time, Ludi was pulling out of his pit right as I was trying to pull into mine, so I had to slow up there and lose a little bit of time. Um, but again, it's just I mean, he's got nothing to lose. I feel like I'm really cautious because I've made a couple mistakes. So I mean, honestly, just being less cautious and trying to run it in a little bit harder and run it out a little bit harder and get into the box a little bit faster. I mean, it's all three phases of it for me. It's just too much caution.
And more on that, man. Well, needless to say, really spaced out field tonight, so you still got second place by 5 second advantage over third place. So congratulations to the team. 4 cars inside the top 10. At one point, you had all 5 inside the top 5 about halfway through. So well executed there. But any shout outs before you leave tonight?
Thank you, first of all, and shout out to the teammates. We had a lot of fun practicing as we got into the session. Thanks to Lydia and Sheffield for running the league. You guys up in the booth, and just last thought is the setup was interesting for this track, and I think everybody is going to have some tired arms. So hopefully everyone can get rested up for next week.
Yeah, this is a brutal track. A lot of tight cars. Seeing a lot of pancakes off of 2, and yeah, I would expect some rest to happen after this one for sure, man. But congratulations once more. We'll catch you next Tuesday.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, man. That was 23, Harold Watkins there, second place in that PlayStation 5 College Game Day Football Toyota Camry. Now, to your race winner, who had the most laps here tonight. All that there, Super ATV Toyota Camry. Nathan Campbell in the 45. Congratulations, man, on yet another victory.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
You are just tearing them up, man. It was the 28 for the team. You've clearly taken over that, in my eyes, anyways. That car is just getting better and better and better. I don't know how, but it is. And you had quite a bit of different pit call cycles amongst you and the teammates. Did you decide before the race even started that you were going to do what you did here tonight?
Kind of, sort
Is
of.
your-
I mean, just doing the math. I mean, I knew it was going to be pretty close, pretty much a guaranteed 3-stop. I should have been a little bit more worried about fuel. I had about one more lap left there on that last stop. I kind of worried me a little bit, but I was pretty much wide open the entire time. I mean, having clean air was definitely key tonight, and just being able to get the lead into turn 1 right off the start was huge. And I had a half-second lead going into turn 3 on the first lap. So I don't know why everybody sleeps on the restarts, but man, that definitely helped a lot. But I don't know. I gotta say, I mean, I think, I don't know if anybody's talked about it or not, but we used a baseline setup tonight, and it was absolutely awful. So it kind of suited my driving style for me. I was just able to kind of take it easy, and again with clean air, it just made it a little simpler. So it felt like we were driving a road course car tonight. I mean, just like 4-wheel pushing off a 2. So it was pretty interesting.
I'm going to visit that. I want to make sure I heard you correctly. Did you say baseline setup?
We ran a baseline setup tonight. They didn't.
And you said it was horrible?
Yeah, of course.
And you won by 7 seconds?
Well, I mean, everybody's saying the setup's bad. I mean, like I said, it kind of suited me, bro. It kind of suited me. I
Sure
don't know
did.
what else to say. I'm good at driving bad setups. So it's usually how it works out. So I don't know. I got kind of lucky. Bean had an off night tonight. I'm not sure what that was all about, but we just need to get Harold practiced up on his pit stops. Need to get him out of the box a little quicker. And I think if Harold can figure out his green flag stops, he's going to be right there, with the rest of us. So should be interesting moving forward. Definitely still a long season. We got a long way to go yet. And we, again, kind of what I was going to say, we've had a stretch of really weird tracks. And I enjoy those weird ones with Pocono and Indianapolis, and then this setup being weird. So it all works. Keep it rolling.
Yeah, same here. I know I've not seen this combination of car and track with the Legacy Texas. I wasn't sure if they had a baseline specific for this one or if it was the new Texas track. And then, yeah, Harold definitely said the same thing you just echoed.
Yeah.
Pit stops on exit, especially, is definitely holding them back.
Yep, for sure.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on yet another checkered flag. Awesome job here tonight. Floor is yours. Shout out anybody you would like.
Thank you guys. Thank Harold for making paints. Just all friends and family tuning in. Appreciate it. And as usual, hit me up if you need any side-by-side parts. SuperATV.com.
There you go. All right, man. Congratulations. Well, let's catch you next Tuesday.
All right. See you guys.
Yes, sir. That was your race winner, Nathan Campbell in the 45. Matt, appreciate you jumping in here tonight. How'd your night go, do you think?
Yeah, no, I appreciate the call to come join you guys. It's been a blast. That was a pretty good race. Wasn't that bad of a race. Everybody, not a lot of caution, so that was always good. But yeah, not too bad.
As a racer, you love one caution up in the broadcast booth. You don't jump in this too often, but you found a lackluster event on the spectacle side of things, but that's okay. You can't have every race action packed, so maybe next week it'll be a little bit different for sure. But either way, appreciate you guys all tuning in. We saw upwards of close to 20 numbers on the YouTube. I know Dustin will have that stat for me later tonight, but appreciate all you guys once more. And Scott Martin's voice is going to take it out from here. You guys have a good rest of your night, and we will catch you this weekend, either from Saturday or Sunday. Not sure yet on that notion, but have a good rest of the night. See you then.
This presentation is brought to you in part by
Martin Sports. Get the apparel, look stylish, be badass with apparel from Martin Sports. martinsports.gg. iRacing iFlag. Must-have flag marshaling system for any aspiring sim racer. Get yours today at iracingiflag.com. Boomer button boxes. Total sim control at your fingertips. boomerbuttonboxes.com. If you race hard, then you need to rock hard.
And no station gets you harder than
iRock935.com. If you're a collector and that's your game, then Dusty Pete's, that's the name. DustyPete's.com.
Back when nothing truly